Rubberwick Tank Planning, as we all know, one of Belfast's 2 distilleries, beautiful location. What they've done down there, fucking out in that word, absolutely amazing. In terms of the whole scope of the place, what they've had, the problem they had building the place, never mind anything else. And now we're going to try a new product because this is their...
So this is our 6-year pot still. So it's out next week, officially. So again, pot still, exclusive to Ireland, blend of unmalted and malted barley. Okay. So I know it can be quite young for a pot still, but if you think about your red breast and your green spot, this is up that kind of straight. So yeah, again on the nose, I get a lot of apple. Spiced apple, as you can say, it smells like an apple pie almost.
Yeah, okay,
you can see when you swirl it on the glass, the legs, you stay. So it's the kind of whiskey that you can let sit. Sit back, let it linger.
Let me say, it's nice to have a wee quick look at the bottle.
Ex-bourbon.
So it's ex-bourbon.
Yep.
6-year-old pot still.
Pot still, yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. And how's Damien getting on? I haven't seen Damien for a while.
Damien is a mad scientist.
Pure engineer.
Mad scientist. He's
he's some guy.
I joined Titanic 3 weeks ago, and Damien was one of the key reasons why. You can tell he cares a lot about his product. We've got similar thinking in terms of like all his Pumphouse releases coming out, his tastings, everything, and you can tell the care that goes into it. And we're really looking forward to our own square coming out in 2028.
I'll be honest, I think Damien's just an absolute... He's a machine of a worker, never mind health. He's up and down them stairs. Like,
no man his stuff as well, and he give anyone the time of day too. So
he's one of those guys who just does so many the job. He's a great asset in the distillery. Funny, I was talking to Peter 2 weeks ago. They were telling me you guys are, I mean, they're still looking at the States, even though the tariffs, I seen Peter being interviewed and the tariffs was all, and he said, but I mean, you guys are big ambitions for what you want to do.
There's a lot coming. There's a lot I can't tell you about.
Don't worry, I'll ring it out
unfortunately. But yeah, like we have so many ideas. It's good because we're quite small, so those ideas can be heard. Same as myself, like I've only just joined, but there's a few ideas I put forward that are being heard, that are coming out. Yeah, which is great. Like I'm involved in the process, and you can tell they care about the product. The distillery is beautiful. Like what we want to do is tell more about the local. So we're going to work closely with guys like Longbridge and Papa's Cordials. So our mixer brand is going to be from like literally just down the road.
Yeah, I know that. I know Peter. That's something that's very close to his heart. He wants everything to be local.
Yeah, it has to be.
The one thing I will note about this, the Titanic, this one, the blend, has a little touch of peat in it. You haven't put peat in this one. No peat in this. No, it's quite sweet.
Well, this is the thing. It kind of like the more liquid we release, the more options people have. So that blends 10% peated. Sometimes you see people a bit peated and they go, "Oh, they're not a bit of me." But
yeah,
it depends on waste. Like I've been brought in to be sort of like a consultant in terms of cocktails as well.
Oh, right,
so
right. Yeah.
My whole goal is to get people to drink a product they think they don't like.
Yeah,
but have it a different way.
Honestly,
you will like it.
Honestly, I work over sometimes over in a friend at hand over there, and sometimes I say, "Oh, I don't like peat." That's all right. Try this one. Is it peated? No, it is. I say peated, but I don't tell them that. And out it goes the door. They come back and say, "Oh, it's lovely." You realise
there's no such thing as a wrong way. Like no such thing as a wrong no such wrong way as drinking whiskey. Like if you're having a peated, like a good friend of mine, Carl, I'm not a massive peated fan, but he told me a bit of water opens it up.
It does. I mean, the idea people always think that wheat means something like Scotch and Lefroy.
It's not true.
No, you can have really well integrated meat. You really do. And I honestly, I love the fact that Titanic put a little bit of peat in it. Just that, because everybody thinks peat's a golden flavour, but what it does is it highlights the top. That's what it does. It's fantastic.
And it reflects well in like the marketing aspect where, you think about the Titanic, the industrial era. Exactly. We're trying to reflect on the guys that actually built the Titanic in the area rather than the ship. So, it's a lot of smoke. Houses back then were heated by smoke. It gives you that nostalgic feel.
I've always loved that part of the story. I love that part of the story. Now, your pot still. That's coming out next week, you say?
Next week.
Price point. What is it?
Think about 42. We'll come back to me on that.
Okay. For a 6-year-old, is it limited edition or anything? No.
No, just that's what going to be part of our core range.
Core range. You said that. I'm sorry, you said that. I've been at the whiskey show. I've had a lot of drink now, mate.
Like that's what I mean. You think, a 6-year pot still, people think, oh, it's a bit young for a pot. If it's ready, it's ready.
If it's ready, it's ready.
Like you think about your red press and your green spot again.
Yeah.
That's similar, and it's it's a long sip. It's for me personally, like I just think young. It can mean, it is.
Well, the way I always look at it is like this. I'll base that on whether Damien thinks that's ready. And if Damien Ravery tells me that's ready, I'd be happy enough to go with it.
It's funny enough, Damien, I think he's very proud of this one. I remember there was a guy who did a podcast with him recently, and he says that the smell of it reminds him of his, he likes to pair food with, the smell. So the smell of it reminds him of his granny cooking an apple tart. And as soon as he said that, like, it opened it all up for me. And you see the guys, some of the people coming around tasting, and the first thing they say is apple.
It's quite estery. I'll give you that. It's quite estery. Really sort of, I would actually say more sort of stewed pears rather than stewed apples, but I mean, that's just that's on my palate. That's really nice, lovely whiskey. Really, really nice. As I say, don't we ever be put off with something being young? If it's managed, even if a 15-year-old whiskey that's managed badly, and the age statement means nothing.
Like I've tried a 21-year-old Bushmills and a 30-year-old Bushmills, and I still prefer Blackbush. It just depends on what your taste is. And
but like I said, Blackbush is an awesome drink. Yeah. But I'm still going with the 21 over the Blackbush. But that's horses for courses. Listen, I'll probably be down to see you tomorrow. Take care of yourself.